So I'm not surprised by this. I know this topic is pretty old, but it bears mentioning because Godlike Productions is known for just being blatant hypocrisy and lies, deceit, and it just exemplifies all that is wrong with the conspiracy theorist movement. David Icke, Alex Jones, Godlike Productions, they're all in the same boat, and they're all leading you astray. Not to say that, you know, you go to me for your Illuminati needs. No, that's not what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting at is these people take advantage of your paranoia, your thirst for knowledge, and for what secret societies are doing behind closed doors. Not that we really need any help. You already know the truth. A rich elite few control the world, they control the natural resources, and they fuck you up the ass every single day. That's it. Well, whether or not there's any sort of demonic entities involved, or some kind of alien bloodlines or anything like that is a moot point. The fact is, there is a 1% elite powerful lot that fuck you up the ass every day. I would think that would suffice. What else do you need to know? Rather than, you know, just digging deeper and deeper, why not try to think of ways to do something about it? But no, that would be too rational. Instead, let's hang on the words of fucking David Icke, Alex Jones, and Godlike Productions, who take us for a ride and treat us like garbage while they do it. Because, you know, they love us so much that they want to indulge the truth to us, but at a nominal fee. And while simultaneously banning people that they don't like. So that's what this is about. And this is extremely offensive and satanic. The fact that in the first post they say that the Lord God is a demon. That's just, you know, that's beyond blasphemy. And then in the second post they say that the Lord God is an alien. Now mind you, I'm not going to go into detail about the supernatural versus the extra-natural, you know, whether or not something could exist scientifically versus magic, because I would agree with Clarke's third law that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So that's not the point here. The point here is the fact that in the second post, it still demeans the Lord God by suggesting that this super advanced alien is very petty and cruel, etc. So, why do you call yourselves Godlike Productions if you're going to mock the Lord God? Are you trying to be cute? Are you trying to be funny? What? But I don't get that. But then again, the same could be said for David Icke, who's always talking about love and light, but meanwhile, his forum is chock full of neo-Nazis, proud Luciferians, and he bans everyone that is in remote disagreement with him. These people are charlatans. At the very best, they are con artists that take you for all your money and treat you like shit in the meantime. At worst, they are part of the problem. They are the very elite that they claim to work against, and are part of some dark, secret shit that I don't want any part of, and I don't even want to think about. So, you know, whichever scenario it happens to be, the point is not to trust these people, not to associate with these people, and to be utterly disgusted with them. You should invoke the name of the Lord God upon them, but in doing so, realize why you're doing it. You should never say everyone gets confused about the sin, taking the Lord's name in vain. When people think that, they think that just because you get mad and say, God damn it, that's taking the Lord's name in vain. Well, for one, God is a title, not a name. And secondly, it's the fact that you only taking it in vain when you don't give it the respect it deserves. You can be angry and still give the Lord respect. You can be, you know, saying something like, God damn it, and still give the Lord God the respect he deserves by, you know, suggesting that yes, you are indeed angry with this individual or this circumstance, and you invoke God's name to set it right. That's perfectly understandable. But what these people are doing is heresy. What these people are doing is just the ultimate form of blasphemy, and they will pay for it, if indeed all that sort of thing exists. So that's all I'm trying to say here, is the fact that, you know, while you claim in one breath to be of divine nature, or at least divine inspiration, and that you're in the in crowd, you know the truth, you've been red-pilled, all this other bullshit, you're going to go in the next breath and mock the Lord God, and you're going to just suggest that everything people believe in is just some kind of archdemon. Now, mind you, you could say that I do the same thing with neo-Christians, but I specifically list why neo-Christians, because they have a Bible, but they don't read it. So that's different. The fact is, they're not listening to the very religious texts that they claim to espouse. So they're blasphemers, they're heretics. But to suggest that somehow they're wrong for the Bible itself, no. The problem is no one's actually reading the Bible. If they read the Bible, they would find it a lot of agreement with the Quran and with the Torah and things like that. They all speak of the same figures. They just have different interpretations, different sets, different semantics, because they have different means to different ends. But ultimately, they are dealing with the same beings. Ultimately, they have almost the same goals. And the difference is in opinion and what they've gone through and the history. But they're all talking mostly, for the most part, about the same beings. And that's what gets me. The fact that people have this outrageous spur up their ass with Christianity specifically. And mind you, there's a lot of reason to hate Christians, but the Bible isn't one of them. It's the fact that Christians have completely taken a detour into shit that has no bearing on anything. If anything, they're just a clusterfuck of paganism. Everything that a modern Christian is just some regurgitated pagan puke. Christmas is pagan. Halloween is pagan. Thanksgiving is pagan. Valentine's Day is pagan. Everything the Christians celebrate descends from some pagan ritual or pagan holiday or, you know, pagan trait. And there is barely anything at all about the modern Christian that is Christ-like, neither in deed nor in ritual. And so it is almost insulting to even call a Christian, because they are not a Christian in any sense of the word. And that's why I get so riled up about Mr. Reb Zion, because he is not a Christian. As much as he claims to be, an open-minded, loving Christian boy, he's talking out of his asshole. Why is it that as a Christian, he has never quoted the Bible once? Don't you think if you're a Christian, you're actually going to read from the text, and maybe you might interpret it differently than somebody else, but you would at least draw from the very book that defines your religion to get some kind of breakthrough, to get some kind of foundation to work on. But Mr. Reb Zion doesn't do that. He just labels himself as Christian while espousing all the same shit you would expect to hear from, like, the Young Turks. That's not a Christian. You may as well not even call yourself a Christian. You are mocking the Lord God by calling yourself a Christian, but not actually taking anything from the Bible. If I'm going to talk about Christianity, I'm going to take something actually from the Bible to discuss it, to interpret it for you. But I'm not going to claim here to be a Christian with my own political or social beliefs that come from me. So how is it that the so-called good little Christian boy is doing more blasphemy and harm to his own soul than the secular communists? Think about that. So, you know, I'll link to it below and you can judge for yourself, but I just cannot believe the shit that these people get away with under the guise of they're the truth seekers. They're the people exposing the reptilians and the Illuminati and the Templars and all this other bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're not exposing anything. And when I call them out on their bullshit, they laugh about it because they know it's true. They know they're fucking evil. And they better hope that there isn't a God, because if there is a God, they will be stricken down immediately. So I guess that's all I have.